Welcome guys to another episode on the Extra Mile. My name is Alex and I'm super happy that I can record this episode for you guys today, because I am recording with my brand new VR headset, and that is called the Samsung Odyssey Plus. I will do a very detailed comparison between this headset and the Oculus Rift that I still have in the coming days, but this is a short first impression video to tell you guys what I feel about it. It's really good, I can tell you that already. We will be using this lovely car here today, the Jaguar SVR, or F-Type SVR I believe it's called, all-wheel drive, or rather a rear biased all-wheel drive I should say, and a supercharged V8. Very great combination, sounds awesome, and we will drive it and drift it here on the Horse Thief Mile. So yeah, let's get right into the car and have some fun. There we go. Okay, so yes, thank you. The very first impressions are extremely good, I gotta say. The first thing you notice is the lack of screen door effect. That is the big selling point of this headset, and it works. The screen door effect is gone. There's still something else there which is ever so slightly noticeable, but I wouldn't call that screen door effect. It's hard to describe. You can see a little bit of the subpixel matrix when you really focus on it, but in comparison to the Rift or the Vive, I assume, which I've never tried, it's a night and day difference. Another thing that, oh my god, that was nice. Another thing that's immediately noticeable is the brightness and the colors. This headset is so much brighter. Oh yes! So much brighter than the Rift. The Rift's displays were relatively dim, relatively dark, and the colors were pretty washed out, and you can just immediately feel this in this headset here, that the colors are much more vibrant, much more real, and there's just a lot more light in general coming to your eyes, and that's really nice. A few things that others have mentioned that I want to address. One is the sweet spot. It is a little bit smaller than the Rift, but I want to clarify what I mean by that. It takes a little bit longer to find the right position of the headset, so you have to move it around a little bit more to really get in that sweet spot. But once you're there, the whole screen that I see is clear. So it's not like only the center is clear and the rest of the field of view is blurry or whatever. Oh. So yeah, sweet spot is not bad. It takes a little bit longer to get the perfect spot, but other than that, it's perfectly fine. Another thing that I wanted to mention that I've seen complaints about are the Fresnel Lenses and ring-shaped artifacts that some people have described. I cannot see anything like that. I have never seen that. The whole field of vision that I have in front of me is clear, and it just runs beautifully well. I don't see any artifacts from the Fresnel lenses. I just wanted to point that out because I've seen a post on Reddit where one user said that it's practically unusable because of these artifacts. I have no idea what that dude is talking about. I don't see anything like that. Oh yes, that was nice. So another thing that I wanted to mention, oh yes, is resolution. It's definitely a noticeable upgrade from the original Rift or Vive. Oh, come on, that was sweet. And yeah, it's nice to have, especially in connection with the anti-screen door technology. The bump in resolution is awesome. I can read text much better than before. Everything is just a certain degree clearer and more readable and just nicer to look at. So that is definitely a nice upgrade. Overall, the visual quality, it's on another level here in the Odyssey Plus in comparison to the Rift or Vive. Not sure about the Vive Pro. I've never tested that one. But yeah, it's a huge upgrade. Another thing that I want to mention is comfort. A lot of people have complained about the comfort of the headset, and luckily I absolutely cannot confirm that. In fact, I would go so far to say that it is more comfortable than the Rift that I had. So yeah, I don't have any issues with comfort. Lightly has been mentioned. There's a little bit down here and there's a little bit down here. So whenever VR Cover releases their replacement head gasket, basically foam here, I will get that. There's a little bit that you can improve, but I don't even notice it most of the times. It's definitely not a big deal to me. So overall comfort, I would give this an 8 out of 10, seriously. Really good. But again, a detailed comparison with the Rift is coming up. And lastly, I want to mention the tracking. Let's do a little test. Let's park the car here somewhere and just walk away for a little bit. So as you know, this headset has inside out tracking. Ooh, that was nice. Which means that we don't need tracking cameras like the Rift does or base stations like the Vive does. There are two cameras here at the front and it just works. It works perfectly actually. There's no lag whatsoever. It just works. It depends a little bit on the frame rate. I've noticed that. I've played a lot with the headset yesterday and tried different settings and see how far I can push it. And when I got to the edge of what is possible in terms of performance, I noticed that the headset, or the tracking rather, stuttered a little bit every, I don't know, 20 seconds or so. It was noticeable. It wasn't bad. You could still use it, but you notice that there is a little bit of hitching going on. But yeah, right now we don't have any limits to where we can go. So let me just make sure that I don't bump into anything here. Except for the length of our cable, of course, which I've extended. But yeah, I can just walk around everywhere. I can lie down on the ground. I'm really close to the ground now. So yeah, this is really awesome. It's really another degree of freedom to have in VR, especially when you have a little bit more space to walk around and have issues covering that space with the Oculus tracking cams or with the Vive trackers. You don't need any of that. You can just walk how far you want, and it always works. And I think this is a really cool feature. I do like this inside-out tracking, and there are definitely more pros than cons in this case. But anyway, let's get back into the car. So, would I recommend getting this headset after my first day of use? Definitely yes. That's a very, very big and clear yes from me. The visual quality, or the quality of the visuals, is so far ahead of what the Rift offers at this point, at a higher price point. And I would imagine that it is even slightly above what the Vive Pro offers at a much, much higher price point, because of that anti-screen door technology that works like a charm. So it's an absolute no-brainer. If you use your VR headset for simulations and seated experience mostly, then definitely yes. The controllers that you get with the headset, I've tested them a little bit yesterday. They work pretty well as long as they are in your visual range. As soon as you get out of there, they start to hitch a little bit and lose tracking. But for 95% of experiences, they should work perfectly fine. But before we go, we've already driven so many laps. Let's talk a little bit about the car and track combination here. This Jaguar F-Type is one of the cars that works almost perfectly in Project Cars 2. It feels very, very good. We have a supercharged V8 here, and we have a rear biased all-wheel drive system, and it's just so much fun to throw this car around when I don't spin out like that, of course. But yeah, it's absolutely amazing. And this car and this track, the Horse Thief Mile at Willow Springs, are a match made in heaven. When I drove the Horse Thief Mile for the first time, I thought, man, I want to come back here with an all-wheel drive car and just power slide through these turns. And it is exactly as much fun as I hoped it would be. Really, really good. So yeah, some cars in Project Cars 2 really work very, very, very well, and this is one of those. Alright guys, that was today's episode. I'm really, 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 really happy with the new headset. It does everything that I wanted it to do, and it does it well. It's a noticeable step up from the Oculus Rift in every single way, and it's awesome. Stay tuned for the detailed comparison video that will go out next week sometime, early next week. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow with another video, guys. I hope you enjoy your day. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.